Good morning from the Magic Kingdom, the most hottest place on earth right now. It feels like that sun is cooking, so I will be in the shade throughout the day. My buddy Sebastian's hanging out with me. We're gonna go into Magic Kingdom. We're gonna go to Frontierland. We're gonna talk about some history. We're gonna have a full day here. Now, let's take a closer look. And they have totally updated the Braille map. Big Thunder. And look, it doesn't connect with the waterway. There's no Rivers of America, nothing. It's been erased from existence. It's a weird day at the park. There's a lot of folks, but it's kind of a quiet day. Gonna mosey over to Frontierland where a lot of walls are currently up, so that'll make it a little more congested in there, I'm sure. But we're gonna talk about some history and some current, up-to-date know-abouts of what Frontierland is going to be turning into. Had to step in the Christmas store because it's hot outside, but I love this Mickey, but I don't care for the creepy doll. Wait, you don't see it? You don't see that? Made it to the Diamond Horseshoe. Now the Golden Horseshoe out of Disneyland has way more history with Wally Bogue and even Annette Funicello and their show there, and Walt himself used to go to the Golden Horseshoe. This is the Diamond Horseshoe. As you can see, it's one of the last things over here that really has to do with the Wild West. Now, Frontierland has always been a mixture of Wild West and East Coast, thoughts and ideas, because when I think of Tom Sawyer's Island and I think of Huck Finn and everything, I think of like Vicksburg and Louisiana area, on the Mississippi River down there. That's what I think of. And that's where these kind of tie-ins with this fort come, because you think of Native Americans, you think of cowboys. But I think we're kind of going in a different direction with this modern Frontierland area that's coming over. And there's only going to be a few things really left talking about the Old West. This is the first time I'm seeing this. The Little Mississippi is what this is called. And the Little Mississippi is all dried up. They've got it completely dammed up because of the Rivers of America are no more. It's not so quiet, but it is completely quiet over here, not having the water rafts, the keel boats. It's not even out here on the Rivers of America anymore. It's weird. Like I said, this was my first time back since this all has been closed. I have not seen any of the walls or anything. There are more fish, I think, in the water. I've seen these birds going by more, and it was a big splash when we first got here. Oh yeah, there's a fish jumping right down there. Oh, totally missed it, but you can see the splash. The fish was trying to get like a dragonfly or something. And no, those are not animatronics. They would not install anything new. Those the real deal. I didn't know there was that many fish here. I guess you don't realize it when you have a river raft and a large vessel that travels this Rivers of America. Probably scares all the fish away. You can see the tracks right down there, all the way around. That's cool. I have seen this dried up before, so that won't be a huge shock, but it will be a shock knowing that it's not coming back. Definitely some Wild West vibes with the DVC Lodge, and then as you head into Texas, John Slaughter, Trail Boss, the Frontierland trading post here. This is about as frontier as it gets with the theming, because even when Disneyland first opened, they had horses and carriages, so it was definitely a major nod to the Wild West. Here at Walt Disney World, they're peppered in throughout the park, but I'll be honest with you, that new cars area kind of looks like California Adventures, like Grizzly Peak area. It looks like a California style park, but the weather's not going to be like a California style park. We do have Frontierland merchandise galore. Country Bear musical Jamboree, and even a Western Mickey and Minnie. Some Wild West theming above the trading pins. And look at that bandana doing the wrapping in here. And you cannot forget about the Country Bear musical Jamboree, the wild and woolly good time that just reopened not too long ago, even though Grizzly Hall's been here since 1898, as it says. And I think this is a great addition to the new Frontierland because it keeps the tradition, the wild and woolly good time and the Western feel of it. But did you know there used to be a stunt show right up here, a Western themed stunt show that took place right up here above the Frontierland Mercantile. And that's what this is. This is old stage work. And sometimes you'll see the Country Bears up here, but they used to do the stunt show up here. Yeah, the stunt show took place up here, and it was practically that whole area. I'm not sure when it ended, but there's some footage online of it. Romeo, how you doing? It's great to see you. My buddy, Big Sandy, had something to do with your singing voice in this show. You want to say hello to him? He helped you out. He knew you lost your voice that day, so he could help you out in the studio, right? And see, the Frontierland, all the facade stuff over here, I think is going to be the only thing we have of the Wild West. Even the hat store here. This has been converted into a hat store, no longer a candy store. I have not been in here since it changed over, though. Wow. This is quite the Frontierland vibe. They even have some new age hats over here, but look, still Wild West. And now I'm a sucker for Pecos Bill. And as long as Pecos Bill stays here, I think Frontierland will be safe as far as the Wild West theming goes. And on the inside, there's quite a bit of some hidden nods to some tall tale heroes. Let's go inside and see what they have, you know, still left. I don't know if they removed anything over the years, but I do love that classic Disney short. Pecos Bill, amazing. And Johnny Appleseed. I love the great American tall tale characters. See, the first thing, they have the code of the West here. Respect the land, defend the defenseless, and don't ever spit in front of women and children. That's right. Difficult to read, but if you get in the sun just right, you can kind of make it out. It's basically telling the story of Pecos Bill here. Of course, on some cowhide. So here's an autograph to Billy, all my love, Slewfoot Sue. And there's a photo of Slewfoot Sue to the left. There are people sitting there at that table, and I don't want to bother them, so I'll insert the photo so you can see who Slewfoot Sue is. See, this is Annie Oakley, and there's some cards here. You can see where she shot with that pistol. Got Kit Carson here, some of his items. And there's the Mask of Zorro right there. And here's like the schematics, I guess you could say, for Davy Crockett's first rifle, Old Betsy. That's some of the details that I really love. And there's the rest of Davy Crockett's outfit right there. Now this is what I'm talking about. I love this. But it's interesting that it's in Frontierland. It's awesome though. I'm a sucker for New Orleans music. I love Zydeco. Man, I love jazz. I love blues. So this new style of Frontierland is something I'm trying to get used to, you know? Because when I look at this, it reminds me of, I don't know, Gatlinburg? You know? Kind of has like a Gatlinburg feel, but it's New Orleans. So until I see Tiana and hear the music, I kind of get that Gatlinburg feel. And like I was saying, the new Frontierland stuff with the cars area and all that, it just reminds me of a California park, which I'm not against. I want to hold on to the Wild West here. I really do. Because Splash Mountain wasn't the Wild West to me either. It felt like a swampy area. I'll take that though, heck yeah.
We are having a good time with Lola.
Yes.
Oh, we are enjoying ourselves too. Now you know a lot of my favorite songs are about a good friend of mine, Princess Tiana.
Oh yeah, we love her.
Indeed. But you know, Mama,
that's Abby's favorite princess. That's right. This was one of the best shows I've seen.
But if you don't see the record, please enjoy yourself here at Disney's Magic Kingdom.
I loved it. Yes. Bravo, Disney. Bravo. Woo! Fantastic. So awesome. I absolutely love it. And then you go back to the Wild West here with the classic popcorn stand in Big Thunder Mountain, which you cannot forget about Big Thunder Mountain. Oh, Barnabas has it still closed, but they're hard at work on this Big Thunder Mountain, the wildest ride in the wilderness. I'm super excited to ride it once again, once it reopens. Frontierland's gonna look a little different, but I think we're in good hands. And I know Frontierland's gonna be in good hands because it's, you know, everything's gonna be fine. But that old-fashioned Americana for the old Wild West is still something I'm always yearning for here. Just because of Walt Disney's original idea, Tall Tales of the Legendary Past. I love that from his original Disneyland special. I am excited. I'm curious about the new Frontierland. Farewell, Magic Kingdom. See you next time. Maybe we'll have some updates and stuff with Frontierland very soon. I wonder how quick the turnover is gonna be. What a fun day. I had a fun day. I really did. It was hot though. I think I said that like a total of 1,000,000 times. But this was a fun thing to come and see, and kind of weird and sad at the same time, seeing the rivers of America closed and everything. But I will see you all in the next episode where Pecos Bill actually teaches me to light a match using my 5 o'clock shadow, you know? Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.